Yo, 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 new day, new does. Still at the nail binding, yeah, my bad. It's been raining, like, for the entire day. I really needed to go down and, wanted to go down and grab a teeny tiny little monster, because that is me jam. But it just hasn't stopped raining, so, you know, what else to do but watch a really depressing anime instead. And holy fuck did I succeed in that. So, the show I've been watching is a sweet short one. There's nothing sweet about, well, okay. I am very conflicted about this show. It is, you know, it is top tier. Just, you know, right off rip. Shit, okay, so Takopi's original sin seems like, you know, off rip seems like some really slice of life upbeat just like, you know, run of the mill anime that is just like, you know, a good old fun time. Anyway, the first episode ends with our main character, like 10 years old by the way, killing herself with a tool that is made for literal happiness. It's a bit of a goofy premise, I guess. It borders the thing where, like, it's a very realistic premise, but there is some goofiness to it, being the namesake of the show, Takopi, aka they just named it Takopi because apparently that means like octopus or something, and this alien guy who is the embodiment of making people happy is the embodiment of happiness. He just like pulls out his like magic tools out of his ass just to like make people happy, and like none of them really fucking work because holy shit, this show is depressing when you really get into it. Oh my god, I cannot even. I really want to just rewatch the entire thing again and like catch everything there is to catch. It's only 6 episodes, so it's not even that bad. It's just that I don't know if I can handle it right now because it is... let's just say this is not the only kid who dies in the series. They even bring her back. Okay, so just to get a profile on our main character here, her Shizuka. Her name is Shizuka, and she is a fucking 4th grader girl who is just really depressed and really lonely and gets bullied every single day of school. And when she gets home, her mom is headed off to work as some sort of I don't know the correct name for it, so I'm just gonna throw the word whore out there. The biggest problem here, of course, other than this girl being in a very poor state, is that the main bully she has is one of her mom's like main the man she goes to you know, just fucking be with and, you know, basically destroy their life too. So it all revolves around like these families that are all kinda intertwined, kinda, and they are just like endlessly destroying each other in this like cycle of just like abuse, I guess. Yeah, it is straight up just abuse. Abuse the anime. And I fucking love this show because it does not pull any fucking punches whatsoever. Every episode is like gut punch after gut punch. It is insane how, like, on your toes you have to be on, like, in this anime. It is not something you just sit down and watch, but I did it anyway, and that might have been a mistake. I might have just, I don't know, I don't know. I have so many thoughts about this shit. And I don't really, I haven't really had time to process it, so my bad if I sound really schizo about, basically all of it. But the main takeaway is that this show is absolute peak. The main issue I have, I guess if you can even call it an issue, is the main premise of the show, right? Is this alien guy who is kinda just like really out of place, because he just kinda, as much as, fuck, I don't know, it's a love-hate relationship, because I think that overall, I can see that it makes the show so much better, that this alien dude who is just like the embodiment of like making people happy, and even that guy cannot, for the fucking life of him, they, I don't fucking know, they cannot succeed in their mission. Nobody, they don't end up happy, all of them. The very end of the show reveals, and I think that's kind of the point, but I don't know, we'll get to that, but the point the show is trying to make, I think, is that, ironically enough, this entire situation would have been much better if Takopi just wasn't there. Like, every bad thing that happens is because of Takopi, but also we get like a little post, like after the last episode credits roll. First of all, I just kind of sat there bewildered because, it's one of those shows, right? Which, first of all, that is just the mark of a fucking great show, when you just sit there in stunned silence and don't really know what to do. Yeah, peak, top marks, great day to be alive. But also, they have this little, maybe I should do this chronologically so it actually makes more sense, I guess. So, first episode, we get an introduction to our, basically two main characters, Shizuka and her bully, Marina. She has a lot of problems of her own that we get to, like, very early on realize that, there is a big reason why she, has these, she has a lot of issues that she takes from her home, from her mom, that is, just passed on to this classmate, fucking Shizuka. Are they both in there? Are they? Okay, they were just stacked upon each other, that's fine. They are both very traumatized and very they have rough fucking home in very different ways, but they both have it really rough. And the main thing about them is that the main thing that Takopi is trying to like get across, the message she's trying to, the alien looking guy is trying to tell them is that, just talk it out, which is very, it is just the default answer to like, every single adult ever dealing with like children problems. It's just like, just talk it out, and like, that obviously doesn't really fucking work because nobody wants to talk it out. And nobody, actual humans in the story, not the alien guy, nobody really takes it seriously until they need to, until somebody ends up dead. So yeah, a lot of people end up dead in this show. Mainly our main two characters, Shizuka and Marina. The very interesting thing, the thing that really hooked me, this show has hooked me a lot of different times, which is the very interesting part of why I love this show so much. But the second time it did so, after the main character kills herself and, gets brought back without any memories because time just gets turned back because of alien superpowers. You know, nothing really changes. You know, tries to help our main character here in like subtle little ways to like just make their days better. Like, you know, eating all of their lunches, eating, you know, helping them with their homework that has been thrown away. You know, small little stuff like that. But that is apparently enough to tip over the edge for fucking the bully who, you know, stuff happens. They take each other to, you know, out in the forest just because there's no real resistance, really. Like, Shizuka's just kind of given up, doesn't see the red flags everywhere, you know, maybe sees them, but doesn't really care. And they end up in a forest and end up, you know, trying to take each other's fucking... They beat each other to unrecognizable proportions, which is, you know, from what we've seen, not an unusual thing. Or I say beat each other, but bully beats non-bully is essentially the thing. So, you know, there's that. There's also there's also a little teeny tiny difference in like what would have happened and what is currently happening, and that difference is the alien guy, fucking Takopi, who is now... This is a bad place to heal. Yeah, it was. God damn it. Who ends up quote-unquote saving our main character by killing the bully. Yes, this is child death counter is now at 2. And holy fuck if that did not hook me instantly. You know, the embodiment of happiness that is supposed to be this alien guy has just taken the life of a fucking child. And you know, the craziest part is probably the main character's like reaction. And because they are so like, you know, dark and twisted, but you know, they end up like being genuinely happy and thanking the fucking Takopi just because it's been like, that is the main issue of their life, just like gone. And it is the main problem just dealt with. And that's probably like the most insane part, and the rest of a lot of the show is about handling like how they've just fucking straight up killed a person, and you know, another schoolmate guy, fucking class rep guy, you know, straight A guy. Holy fuck, I actually did the nail binding. I just fucking did it. Damn. Huh. Well, I guess that's over with. On to the next binding. Oh, goated. Hell yeah. I guess I'm not really done yapping. I could probably yap on for hours, but I gotta do stuff before I gotta do other stuff, so, there's that. So, what is Shelby? That's my health. I only have 4 health then, yeah. Yeah, that should be fine. I'll probably get my ass handed to me anyway, but, you know, it's fine. It's alright. At least I have my, my nail back. That's gonna be great. So, yeah, child death counter is at 2, and, you know, everyone alive is supposedly happy, but, you know, another child gets dragged into this, and they are, they also have their own problems. This is the 3rd child who also ends up, he actually does not end up dying throughout the entire show, but, god damn it, he does have, very much has issues of his own, in a 3rd way that is also very messed up, but like, very different from the other 2, where the other 2 are very much like, you know, directly physically influenced or the absence of influence from like other people. Where this guy is one of those, like, he's a straight A type guy, but only because his mom forces him to, like, psychologically sort of manipulates him into, because he has an older brother who is this, like, literal fucking prodigy, straight A kind of guy, and he is, you know, instead of getting 100 scores on his tests, he gets like fucking 97s, and he gets fucking hammered at home. He doesn't get hammered at home. Yeah, he gets berated a lot, and he gets, yeah, he gets psychologically manipulated. And because, you know, even though fucking what's her name? Main character girl. What's her name? I'm so bad at names. I should. Can I get a course on getting better at names? Why am I dying to No Eyes? This sucks. Wow. He has a whole fucking thing where he is like his mom that he desperately needs the approval of. He wants the approval of his mom. That's like his entire goal. Shizuka kinda looks like his mom. And that is basically a recipe for, like, a very, an abusive quote-unquote relationship, I guess. They have some sort of thing going on. Also, when he gets dragged into this, he kinda doesn't have, I guess, the guts to say no to, like, you know, help bury the, very literally bury the body of this classmate, like, and he keeps silent, and he even, like, you know, when his whole story culminates and he is at the lowest point ever, he even agrees to fucking, like, take the murder weapon, and turn himself in. I did it again, goddammit. And turn himself in order to, like, cover for Shizuka, because Shizuka is obviously, like, the main, like, culprit, and also the one everybody suspects, because there's been a lot of, like, also, that's probably, I should probably mention that, after they kill the bully, Marina, they kind of let Takopi just kind of do an alien thing and take over her body, or like morph into her body and just resume her normal life. And there's this like kind of uncanny feeling of, like, you know, you can see it in her mom's eyes, even though her mom is abusing the shit out of her. She recognizes that that thing right there is not her daughter, and she really wants to know what the fuck happened to her daughter. So, you know, like, what's going on there? Oh my god, I'm not even like halfway through this show. This show is really good. I barely have my thoughts together, so I guess I'm just recapping what's happened. But, like, oh my god, it is insane the amount of stuff going on in such short a time. So you have, where was I getting at? I don't even fucking know. This entire scene of you know, basically Takopi, we discover the world through Takopi's, like, lens. You know, we explore the characters through them as they, you know, both through, like, magic, time thing manipulation, and also just story shenanigans. Like, fucking Asuma, straight A student guy, he borrows like some sort of gadget to help, like, get back at his brother, like steal a ring or something. I don't really know. Not important. He did something bad. But, you know, the point is, we get to see... Oh my god, that was so fast. Holy shit. Damn. Yeah, alright. So we get to see, like, the from the perspective of Takopi, but it's also very interesting because it's clear to like literally everyone that we don't really know much about Takopi. Like, he's an alien guy who does like magic stuff, but like, what's the motivation behind it? Is it just to like make people happy? That seems kind of goofy, like on the nose, but I guess it's possible, and I guess I think that is like the point. Is that we have this just sheer force of sheer goodness in like the world, and like that's their entire motivation, is just to see people being happy. Like that is their entire race, and they have so much power, but they don't really know how to use it correctly. More so just because they're like very fucking naive. And don't really know the meaning of, like, you know, killing another person. Don't know the meaning of suicide. Don't know the like, they don't know shit. And they don't know why it's bad. You know, we get to see and learn from Takopi's perspective. Like, after all, I keep saying they, I guess, were the one to actually kill just a random girl, seemingly. Like, what's the deal with that? What kind of toll does that take on our little happy alien guy? We get to explore that kinda. A lot of shit to keep track of in Takopi's backstory and like what's going on and keeping the timeline in check. And I also just realized that the alternate dimension I thought we were introduced to was not actually an alternate dimension. Well, I guess it was. Every timeline shift is an alternate dimension, but that's another thing. So I don't... Oh, God, there is so much to keep track of. Give me a second here. Holy fuck. So I guess what I'm... yeah, what I'm trying to get at is the story behind where it's basically a parallel to what's been happening throughout the entire story of Takopi landing, just, you know, coming down to Earth, but instead of meeting Shizuka, he met Marina and explored her, like, I guess, daily life and all going-ons. But they were all... that was all forgotten because of, basically, you know, it was in the future, and she had a pretty good life going on. Her mom was not a fucking, like, as much of a psychopath, or, like, seemingly not so, but, you know, things happen, story things happen, and we get to see... Ooh, that hurt. We get to see that, she kills her mom at the very end. She has, like, this relationship going on with the straight A guy, Asuma. Is he called Asuma? I'm pretty sure. God damn it. Okay, yeah, I could've told myself that. Oh well. I guess we got one binding down. Holy fuck. I am not even nearly done, but I guess I'm done. It has kind of stopped raining. I need to go down and fetch myself a nice little energy drink. Oh well. God, I don't even know what to, like, conclude here. I guess please go watch it. It might seem like a goofy premise, but trust me, it is not. Yeah, fucking goated, fucking great. Anyway. Banger, I need to rewatch it. I guess I'll give you a recap when I rewatch it later. Goodbye, gang.